On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Uncertain.
Not being sure of something, not being able to choose.
Examples:
Numerous uncertain factors. Take an uncertain attitude. She was uncertain about her friend's intentions.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
Principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Quantum.
The smallest amount or unit of something, especially electromagnetic energy.
Examples:
Probabilistic quantum theory. Laws of quantum mechanics. Big techs are now eager to develop quantum computers.
Physics.
The science of matter and energy and their interactions.
Examples:
Nuclear physics. Laws of physics. He studied the physics of radiation.
Expand.
To increase or to make something greater in size, number, or importance.
Examples:
Expand a lineup. Expand agricultural output. They hope to expand their business worldwide.
Simultaneously.
At the same time.
Examples:
Simultaneously affected. Take several inputs simultaneously. Two students answered the teacher's question simultaneously.
Metaphor.
A figure of speech in which an expression is used to refer to something that it does not denote to suggest a similarity.
Examples:
Metaphor for death. Visual metaphor. She expressed her thought in an artful choice of metaphors.
Criticism.
The act of analyzing, evaluating, or judging something, especially literary or artistic work, to find fault with it or to offer suggestions for improvement, the expression of disapproval or censure.
Examples:
Criticism from the public. Harsh criticism. Constructive criticism is always helpful to help improving one's work.
Vice.
Wrongdoing or wicked behavior, in the form of vice versa, with the order reversed. As a prefix, someone with a job immediately below a particular person.
Examples:
Virtue and vice. Vice chair of the committee. Cats hate dogs and vice versa.
Origin.
The first existence or beginning of something.
Examples:
Origin of all humankind. A manuscript of uncertain origin. There are various hypotheses concerning the origin of life.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Universe.
Everything that exists, especially all physical matter, including planets, stars, galaxies, and all other forms of matter and energy.
Examples:
Theory of the universe. Expansion of the universe. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old.
Particle.
A small piece of something, a word or piece of a term with grammatical function, but little or no significance.
Examples:
Charged particle. Particle energy. We can calculate the position of the particle statistically.
Mechanics.
The branch of physics that deals with the study of motion, forces, and energy. Mechanic, someone whose occupation is repairing and maintaining automobiles.
Examples:
Mechanics equation. Mechanics of the game. He studied mechanics in college and now works as an engineer.
Definition.
A concise explanation of the meaning of a word, phrase, or symbol.
Examples:
A precise definition. The definition of a word. Parallel lines are, by definition, lines on the same plane that never cross.
Instant.
Happening immediately, with no delay.
Examples:
Get instant access. An instant reply. His pleasant face turned cold in an instant.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Graph.
A picture consisting of a line, lines, points, etc., that shows how two or more sets of certain quantities are related to each other.
Examples:
Graph theory. A graph sample. This bar graph shows sales over the past 5 years.
Probabilistic.
Characterized by the influence of chance or probability, involving the use of statistical models or methods to estimate likelihoods or risks.
Examples:
Probabilistic model. Probabilistic approach. In a probabilistic system, the outcome is uncertain and can vary based on chance.
Spike.
A narrow, thin, pointed piece of metal, wood, etc., a sudden large increase in the magnitude or concentration of something.
Examples:
To spike. To prevent blood sugar spikes. The recent spike in grain prices is partly due to the war in the producing countries.
Specific.
Clearly defined or particular to a certain thing or situation, distinct, explicit, and precise.
Examples:
Specific instructions. Industry-specific regulations. The scientist conducted a study that provided specific details about the species' behavior.
Disturbance.
Something that interrupts a settled and peaceful condition or that makes someone feel nervous or worried.
Examples:
A nervous disturbance. A disturbance caused by a terrorist. This building construction causes serious disturbance to residents.
Ripple.
A small wave on the surface of a liquid, typically caused by an object falling into it or a slight wind.
Examples:
A ripple of laughter. Ripple in the water. Many businesses felt the ripple effect of the economy's decline.
Pond.
A small, shallow lake.
Examples:
A garden pond. Pond water. The freshwater pond was home to many different types of fish and was a popular spot for fishing.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Feat.
A notable or impressive achievement, especially one that requires great skill or bravery.
Examples:
Intellectual feat. Feat accomplishment. It is an incredible feat to climb Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world.
Wavelength.
The distance between 2 points in the same phase in consecutive cycles of a wave.
Examples:
Wavelength of light. Long wavelength laser. White color is made up of many different wavelengths of light.
Distance.
The amount of space between 2 points, measured in units such as miles, meters, or kilometers, the extent, scope, or range between two things, such as distance or emotional distance.
Examples:
Driving distance. Social distance. The marathon runner covered a long distance in a short amount of time.
Peak.
The point to which something or someone is at its strongest, best, or most successful, the pointed top of a mountain.
Examples:
At peak hour. The peak current in the circuit. This measurement aims to reduce traffic at peak periods.
Valley.
A long depression on the surface of the land, which typically contains a river.
Examples:
Valley bottom. Basin-shaped valley. The valley had received a mild snowfall the previous week.
Assign.
To give a specific job or piece of work to a someone.
Examples.
Assign projects. Assign top priority. Please assign a different color to each other kind of item.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples.
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples.
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples.
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Velocity.
The rate of change of an object's position with respect to time, often measured in meters per second, m/s.
Examples.
Initial velocity. High velocity. The velocity of the car was too fast for the road conditions.
Moving.
Causing strong emotions or feelings, especially sadness or sympathy.
Examples.
Moving experience. Moving ceremony. His moving speech about his struggles with addiction brought tears to the audience's eyes.
Correspond.
To match or be similar to something else almost exactly, to exchange messages.
Examples.
Correspond to a standard. Correspond with a foreign student. The numbers on the sign correspond to points on the map.
Toss.
To throw something carelessly with a light motion.
Examples.
Toss a coin. Toss the bottle into a trash can. It would be best if you tossed out all those old magazines.
Trillion.
The number 1 trillion, a million million.
Examples.
Trillion cubic feet. Many trillions of dollars. 1 light year is nearly 6 trillion miles.
Detect.
To find or recognize something, especially something difficult to see, hear, etc.
Examples.
Detect a bad event. Detect smuggling across borders. The security camera has detected 4 intruders.
Atom.
The smallest unit of ordinary matter that forms a chemical element, composed of a nucleus and one or more electrons bound to the nucleus.
Examples:
Oxygen atom, neutral hydrogen atoms. The outermost electron shell of an atom determines its chemical characteristics.
Electron.
A tiny particle with a negative electrical charge.
Examples:
Flow of electrons, beam of electrons. The outermost electron shell determines the chemical properties of an atom.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design, series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Combine.
To join or merge to form a single thing or group.
Examples:
Combine chemically with another substance. Combine augmented reality. Hydrogen and oxygen combine to form water.
Possibility.
A chance that something may happen or be true.
Examples:
Possibility for growth. Possibility of a major earthquake. The possibility of getting the disease will drastically increase.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart, mark as different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Cancel.
To decide that a previously scheduled activity will not take place.
Examples:
Cancel a class. Cancel a free subscription trial. When customers cancel their reservations, they lose the deposit they made.
Wavy.
Characterized by a series of curves, undulations, or bends that create a rippled or serpentine appearance, not straight or flat.
Examples:
Wavy pattern. Wavy sea. The model's hair was long and wavy, cascading down her back in soft waves.
Packet.
A small container or envelope that holds one or more items typically used for storing or transporting items like food, medicine, or marketing materials.
Examples:
Packet delivery. Packet data network. I need to buy a packet of biscuits from the store.
Accomplish.
To finish or achieve something successfully.
Examples:
Accomplish a goal. Accomplish military operations. Humankind took centuries to accomplish true democracy.
Certainty.
The state of being certain.
Examples:
scientific certainty. Reach certainty about the theory. Through investigation, his suspicions hardened into certainty.
Restricted.
Limited in extent, number, scope, or action, especially by official rules, laws, etc.
Examples:
restricted area. Lactose-restricted diet. The country has designated our products as restricted import goods.
Corresponding.
Similar to, connected with, or accompanying something, especially in position or purpose.
Examples:
find a corresponding lack. The corresponding word in Spanish. The corresponding number on the dial was 3.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Physicist.
A scientist who specializes in the field of physics.
Examples:
talented physicist. Theoretical physicist. Einstein was an outstanding and famous physicist of the 20th century.
Inevitable.
Certain to happen and unavoidable.
Examples:
inevitable changes of the seasons. Inevitable result. In times of recession, an increase in unemployment is inevitable.
Practical.
Of or connected with actual use or real situation rather than with theory and ideas.
Examples:
practical English. Gain practical experience. Her concept is highly practical and helpful.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
the structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.